Hello dear students of class 5. Today we will learn about removal of impurities which are soluble in water like sugar, salt. These are soluble impurities. So these can be removed by process like evaporation and distillation. Okay, the methods used to separate soluble impurities from water are evaporation and distillation. Now evaporation, all of you know, this is the process of changing water to water vapor, that is from liquid to gaseous state. So this process is followed to separate soluble impurities like salt and sugar. So let us see what is evaporation. In this picture you are seeing a salt water is taken, and by the burner it is being heated. When it is heated, the water evaporates, change into water vapor, and the salt, that is the impurity, remain left as a residue at the bottom of the container. So in this process water can be separated and from the impurities. The same process is used to produce or extract common salt from seawater by the process of slow evaporation with the help of heat of the sun. Now here you can see a picture where the common salt is prepared by collecting seawater in a swallow train. This is a place of India in Gujarat, Kutch Ran, where salt water is collected in that very bed, and by the slow evaporation of the water, the salt remain as a crystal at this bed. You can see here such many swallow trench or bed where sea water is collected, or salty water is collected to extract common salt from there. In some places the seawater is collected in that very swallow bed or trench, and some places where salty water is collected under the earth, from under the earth, and they allowed them to evaporate in the heat of the sun. Next, distillation. Distillation is the also process to separate impurities, and it involves several steps. Now, first step, in distillation, water is boiled, then water vapor is condensed, then collect into another container. And the water we obtained after distillation is the pure form of water. Now, in this figure you can see, first water is taken, here salt water is taken. Salty water is taken in a distillating flask, and with the help of Bunsen burner it is being heated. This is the Bunsen burner. So in a flask salt water is taken, which is heated. By heating the salt water, the water evaporates and passes through the tube. This very tube is inserted in another tube where cold water is passed continuously. Now student, you can see here the cold water through this channel is passed into that very pipe, and when the cold water come in contact with the hot vapor, it gains some heat and change into warm water, and this comes out through this outlet tube. So through the inlet tube cold water is passed, and through the outlet one warm water come out. So when cold water passes through the tube of steam or water vapor, that very steam or water vapor change into water droplet. That means condensation process goes on here. So when condensation process goes on, the water vapor or steam change into water droplet, and it is collected in the receiving flask, or in another beaker, which is the pure form. So this is the condenser where water vapor changes into water, and the water obtained in the second flask is the pure form. So this is the process of distillation. After collection of the water in the second flask, you will see the salt crystal will remain at the bottom of the distillating flask or conical flask in the first one. So we have learned two processes of separation of soluble impurities, evaporation and distillation. Now evaporation and distillation, it is not the ultimate process of removal of impurities. Impurities like germs and suspended particles are also there. So germs should be killed before taking the water as a drinking water. So how to remove the germ? Next step is purification. So by boiling and chlorination, these two processes can be followed to purify drinking water in our home. Boiling, when water is boiled at least for 10 minutes, it can kill germs. Yes, it kills germs. And after boiling, it should be filtered with a thin cloth. And after boiling, the water should be allowed to stay for some time to be cooled. And when it is cooled, it is filtered. It should be filtered with a thin, clean cloth. And when it become cold, you can see some particles are there which get settled down at the bottom. So we should filter this one very slowly. Means in that process sedimentation goes on also. So by boiling the water, we kill the germs, and also when it is allowed for some time, the suspended heavier particle gets settled down, that is sedimentation also occurred, and filtration, by filtration that very sedimentation can be separated. Now the water should be stored in a clean container for drinking. Chlorination is the process of killing germs by adding chlorine into the water. Nowadays, chlorine tablets are used for killing germs. Yes, students, this process is followed for purifying drinking water in the water tank in the cities. In the water tank, to purify the drinking water, to clean the drinking water, chlorine is added. Next, purifying drinking water for towns and cities. Now, when there is a need of purifying a bulk amount of water which is supplied in the houses of towns and cities, many processes are followed. So these are, you can see, this is one of the water treatment plant. Here water from the lakes or ponds, rivers are collected and purified in a big water treatment plant. And also with the various process and steps, this water is cleaned and purified. Some process like sedimentation, filtration, chlorination, coagulation, etc. are followed. After purification, the drinking water is stored in a huge water tank where this is supplied to homes in the towns and cities through pipes. Now let us see the process here. This is the water treatment process I have shown. So water from the water bodies like river, pond, lake, etc. Are taken. Then it is mixed with the alum or some chemicals which help to settle down the heavier particles at the bottom of the big chambers. Okay, so here alum is added in the coagulation process. When alum or chemicals are added in these chambers, and they are settled down after some time. Then it is sent to the sedimentation chamber where these are allowed to settle down. So the heavier particle settled. Then the water is passed to a filtration chamber where there you can see many layers of sand, gravels, etc. And when water is allowed to pass through these different layers of filter, it do not allow those suspended particles to go through it. That means the filter do not allow the suspended particles of the water which we get after sedimentation through it, and it is collected into a treatment chamber where chlorine is added for disinfectant or killing the germs. After killing the germs, this very water now fit for drinking, which is then stored into a huge water tank, and from this water tank through the pipes it is supplied in our homes. So this is the process the water treatment plant follows. Different processes are followed by different plants, but the common process that is sedimentation, filtration and chlorination. And for first sedimentation process, some chemicals are used so that it happens quickly. So what we have learned, that treatment is required and purification is required for safe to get safe drinking water. If that can be done in a home by boiling and chlorination process, and for cities and towns, the used treatment plants, big water treatment plants uses many steps to purify it. Thank you, class.